Okay, so you go back to duty and you eventually get to detective.
Absolutely.
And then by 2007, you get assigned to Baltimore's Gun Trace Task Force,
Correct.
GTTF. So what was GTTF?
It was a gun trace task force. To get in that unit, basically we're handpicked. You have to be an officer or detective that throughout your career that you were good as far as like investigating and you got a lot of guns off the street. I was one of those guys that was doing a lot of search warrants, a lot of investigations, mid-level investigations, getting a lot of guns off the street. So when my actual supervisor at that time got promoted to go to the gun trace task force from my actual unit that I was working in prior to that, he just brought me down with him.
Okay, so now you join the task force. And a year later, that's when you actually started stealing money and so forth.
No, that's not true.
It's not true?
No.
So how much time passed?
No, so I would say initially working in operations, again, you see a lot of things coming up as far as you hear things about law enforcement, and this is just across the spectrum. This is not just about the organization I work for. When you're in operations, meaning plain clothes, there are a lot of things that people don't know about. There are a lot of things as far as the gray area. So I've been in numerous situations prior to going to the gun trace task force where I did take money.
Okay, so before you were in the gun trace task force,
Absolutely.
you were already taking money.
Yes.
Give me an example of the first time you took money.
I think I know basically was a search warrant. When you're in operations at that time, or at the time I was working, it's a trust thing. Can we trust you? So that's just a plain example. They say if it's $50,000 in here, you may be working with colleagues just to see if they can trust you. Hey, here you go. Here go a couple thousand, here go 5,000, here go 10,000, just to see if you want to take the money. And one of those situations presented itself, and I took the money.
How much money was it?
It varies.
But the first time?
Oh, the first time, it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was nothing significant. It wasn't nothing significant.
$1,000?
It was more than that, but I wouldn't say it was.
$1,000?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was nothing significant like that.
So this was a search warrant. You go into this person's house and you find a bunch of cash,
Mm-hmm.
and you assume the cash is not there from legal, from
No, it's
legal
not
reasons.
assuming, we know that.
Right. So drug money, essentially.
Yeah,
So you book the cash, but you don't book the entire amount?
yeah.
So if it's 50,000, it ends up being 40,000, 20,000?
It depends on the scenario. It can be 50,000, it can be 80,000, it can be 400,000. It all depends on, again, it depends on how many people are involved in the search warrant. If it's just me and you, it may be a different cut because it's just me and you. If it's 5 other people, it may be a different cut. So it just varies like who's all involved with what's going on.
Okay, but why not just take the whole thing?
Yeah, it's a good thing. And when I was in prison, I've been told that because taking the whole thing and taking...
Same thing, right?
It's the same thing, but
right,
again...
same penalty, so might as well.
Again, with my mindset from my shooting, after my shooting, I'm not in the right mindset. Coping with the mental aspects as far as like drinking alcohol, me just changing and becoming this person who I wasn't raised, these things, all these things that have been said or what we're talking about right now, I didn't realize the effects of that shooting until I was sitting in a cell.
Okay, so you started stealing before actually joining the Gun Trace Task Force.
Correct.
But now you're on the Gun Trace Task Force. Does that start to kind of escalate the robberies?
Taking the funds, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me an example of how things leveled up after that.
I think just overall leveling up, you're more so in a unit where you have more free reign to do what you want. I had a take-home car. I love to do investigations. It's not like you're just hopping out on people. On the street, you can build up cases. So if you're building up cases, now you have the time to like fully investigate people, utilize trackers, utilize pins, things of that nature to actually build a solid case. So if you're actually going not after the mid-level people, you're going after higher level people, of course things are going to change.
Well, from March 2015 to July 2016, you participated in 8 robberies.
As far as what?
In terms of stealing money while on the job.
Are you speaking about my case or are you speaking about just in general?
Well, I'm talking about your case.
Yeah, in my case, I pled guilty to 1 count.
Okay.
Yeah. The 8 counts that you may be talking about right now, all of those are dropped. At the time when we were actually under investigation, I actually stopped. I stopped doing everything that I normally was doing.
Right, because you're doing these on the job,
Correct.
and you have co-defendants, Jamel Ryam,
Mm-hmm.
Wayne Jenkins, Daniel Herschel, Marcus Taylor, and some others.
Correct.
And sometimes you guys would split it. Sometimes it would just be you, right?
Correct.
So you would take the whole thing for yourself. And you'd have actual Baltimore Police Department guns on you while doing this whole thing.
Correct.
But you're not in uniform, you're plain clothes.
Plain clothes.
Okay. And you would actually file false incident reports and so forth after these robberies?
Yeah, so basically, after any situation, if you want to say robbery, search warrant, whatever you want to say, basically anything as far as money, let me just paint a picture. I investigated Vlad.
Yep.
Everything about my investigation is A1. I did everything properly. I may have used a tracker without actually getting a search warrant for that tracker, but everything to get you, Vlad, was 100%. Outside of that, what wasn't 100% when it was time to put the property seized, if it was a gun, whether it was drugs, whether it was money, if it was 400,000, I had a situation like that, 400,000 wasn't submitted.
400,000.
It wasn't submitted.
Okay, so you found $400,000 in the house,
Absolutely.
but you had a real search warrant for it.
Real search warrant was my case.
How many cops?
It was 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. 4 of us, and the actual sergeant's son actually came.
So 5 cops.
Yeah.
Who was the person that you were actually searching?
What do you mean, as far as?
Was it a drug kingpin?
Oh, it was a drug kingpin. Yeah, he was a major heroin distributor.
Okay. Was he home at the time or no?
Yeah, so it was a big case. So it was my case, set up on an individual, watched him come from his house, which I believe was the money house. Of course, I'm going to pull him over way further than the money house. He was actually going to where he had the product. So we pulled him over in the city. He lived in the county. I had to make a decision. I had the house where he actually had the kilos at, but again, am I going to go to the kilograms or I'm going to go where the money at? We went to the money house and then try to secure where he had the narcotics first, second. But again, they got to the place before we can get there, but we ended up taking him home, and that's where the 400,000 was.
Okay, so you take him back to the house and you ask him where the money is?
No, I don't have that. I have a search warrant.
So you can just tear up the house?
No, it's not even to tear up the house. It's just, I think when people think as far as like raids, when you're doing high level stuff, I'm not looking for a jail cat. It's either going to be a large sum of money or it's going to be bricks or a large quantity of drugs. So these people are not really expecting you to really be in their dwelling. So if, like I told you, the house with the narcotics, that was in the city. So of course, that's a house that we would just rip up and try to really find out where he has the narcotics at. But I knew this was the money house. I knew the money was in there based on the information that I received.
Okay, so you guys go in there and you find the money right away?
Yeah, right away.
Okay, so now you have a pile of $400,000 and there's 5 cops.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys look at each other and say, okay, was it 80,000 each?
No, I wouldn't put a number on it. I mean, that's not really how it goes. I'm running point as my investigation. So again, I may be downstairs talking to that individual. He may be basically saying, "Are you in the right house?" Typical things that people say. Yeah, I'm in the right house, and I may show him a picture. Okay, then I may get word, which I did. AG, come upstairs. Came upstairs. What's going on? It's a lot of money in here. I've heard that all the time. This is not the first time I've been in a house with a lot of money. Then it's a lot of money in here, like that. So now I'm like, okay, go up and see. And again, I don't know if a lot of people have seen big money like that, but I've seen it before, and it's just stacked. It's piled up in a drawer, nice and neat, just before he had to do his re-up, and we just were in there at that time. And I'll never forget, he looked at me when I came downstairs. He said, "Y'all gonna be all day upstairs counting that money."
Okay, in that instance, how much did you take?
I would never put a number on thing, Vlad, just for like security reasons and stuff
Okay.
like that, just to be transparent with you.
Fair enough.
But again, if it was 400,000, I walked away comfortable. You know, me, myself, outside of everybody else, I walked away comfortable.